Hello and welcome to A Better Tech. I appreciate you sharing your time with me. I'd also like to thank my subscribers. By the way, if you're not a subscriber yet, go ahead and hit that button or I'll have to come steal your RAM. Today I am working on this HP laptop. Replacing batteries on these laptops is pretty standard across the board. Nowadays you don't have the removable battery on the back of the laptop anymore. It's inside here. You have to take the case off. As you can see, I've already done that. I got all the screws. So I ordered the battery. I've already taken the old battery out just because it was swollen. I'll put some pictures up so you can see what I'm talking about. But you can tell when the battery's swollen on the top of your laptop here at the trackpad. Your trackpad will quit working properly, and you'll get all kinds of indications of the fact that you have a swollen battery, and that can be very dangerous. So like I said, I've already removed it and disposed of it. While I'm in here, I'm going to go ahead and replace the heatsink thermal compound as well, and then I'm going to reset this thing to factory and get it listed on my eBay store. Here's the battery. Got the new battery from iFixit. They do not sponsor this video, but essentially you'll be able to watch what I'm doing here and do the reverse steps to take your battery out. The first thing I need to do though is the heatsink compound, and I got to clean all the crap out of this fan to make it flow better. So let me get these screws off of this heatsink. I'm trying to demonstrate here on my channel that electronics devices do not have to be always thrown in the trash or put in landfills. With a little bit of TLC, a lot of electronics can have their lives extended for a significant amount of time. Working in this industry as long as I have, I've seen way too many devices get thrown away that shouldn't have been. And it's actually quite a shame because there can still be a lot of use gotten out of these devices. So if you keep checking out my channel and get subscribed before I steal your RAM, you'll get to see me go through a lot of these devices, clean them up, get them working again, either sell them or donate them or give them away. This is one of the biggest things that'll kill your computer though. See all the dust on the fan there? Nothing a little bit of time won't fix. Clean up the blades a little bit with a brush. Right. Now that fan's cleaned up, I can get this heat sink off of here. Do not bend this tube, by the way. If you bend that, you don't get the proper flow through here. The fan blows across these fins and it sucks the heat out of the computer. So be very careful not to bend that. Make sure you clean the old paste off. This system here has the GPU and CPU all on the same chip. You want to clean the paste off of this as well. Get some new thermal paste on there. I'm using the XTM50 by Corsair. Try not to make too much of a mess like I'm doing here. I really just want to get it spread out on the chip. Make sure it gets good contact all over. So now we can get this heatsink put back on. If you look at the heatsink, there's numbers on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you want to do is get each of the screws started, and don't cross thread them. If you cross thread them, you won't get it seated properly and it won't make proper contact. But once you get them started, then you can tighten them all in the order listed on the heatsink. You don't have to crank them down, just get them snug. Get this fan back in here. Now that I've cleaned all the dust out of it, I'll clean out or dust out the keyboard and clean up the screen on top as well. Make sure there's no grime on the top. Now for the battery. So this sits right on top of here. One thing you always want to think about is before you work on any part of your electronics, you should disconnect the battery. And before you reconnect the battery, make sure everything is connected back to where it goes. Like I just did with that fan that I almost forgot to connect. Alright. This battery just slides right into position, and then the screws will hold it in place so it makes good contact. Now we'll get this bottom back on. It should just snap on, but just make sure you pay attention to what you're doing. Take your time. Don't apply too much pressure. If you apply too much pressure, you could crack the screen from underneath there while it's closed like this. The snaps you're hearing are normal. We'll get all these bottom screws back in. Alright, so this HP laptop that I replaced the battery on, it did not have the HP hardware diagnostics software installed on it. There's 100 different reasons why it didn't, but anyways, I did a clean install of Microsoft OEM Windows 11. Got everything updated, drivers working, everything's registered, everything's working great. I installed the HP diagnostic software, ran a test on that, and everything passed. So this laptop is ready to go. Did a little playing around, internet. I ran Firmark. It's only getting like 10 frames per second, so it's definitely no gaming system. This thing has a Intel Core i5 8th gen. It's only running at 1.6 gig. It's got 12 gig of RAM. It has a 256 SSD in it. Windows 11 Home, completely updated. Activation is good. It's a pretty good system. It would work pretty good for, school, normal office activities, everyday use. Got plenty of life left in it. The battery's brand new thermal compound. Cleaned out all the dust from inside, cleaned up the outside of it, cleaned up the screen. If you're interested, it'll be on my eBay store. The link is in the description. Other than that, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you watching the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.